Everybody, welcome back to the episode of From the Stands. We are in the final month of the season now. We're finishing up August here. So we're going to be recapping the last week of August here, and then we're going to head into September. So really excited for that. Races are getting tighter. Everything's coming down to it. So let's get started with the headlines from this past week. The Padres fire their hitting coach Larry Rothschild, who was formerly with the Yankees from last year. The Padres have been having a really rough stretch, so I guess he's the scapegoat for right now, the pitching coach Larry Rothschild. So we'll have to see if he ends up anywhere this offseason. Diamondbacks pitcher Caleb Smith has been suspended 10 games for having a foreign substance on his glove. We saw they threw him out of the game last week, and then they did the inspection or whatever. I wish they would tell us what was on the glove. I don't think at least I don't think they tell you what the actual substance was, but he gets a 10-game suspension for that ejection there. Phillies redo their almost the entire baseball operations department. They dismissed their 2 assistant GMs and the director of player development. So Philly's another team that was leading the East and then really fell off, so they're making some big changes right now in the middle of the season. We'll have to see what comes in this offseason. Cardinals agreed to a 1-year, $10 million extension with Yadier Molina, who has announced that next year will be his final season, so he will stay in St. Louis for the final season of his career. Kenley Jansen collects his 1,000th career strikeout with the strikeout of Austin Nola here against the Padres, so congratulations to him. A great milestone as a reliever. Rhys Hoskins' season is over. He is set to have surgery to repair a tear in his lower abdomen, so that is a big blow for the Phillies. He's been battling stuff all season, and his season is now done as he is set to have that surgery. The Mets are still being the Mets. As a Mets fan, it's just awful. Mets president Sandy Alderson released a statement condemning Javi Baez's post-game remarks that he made on the new thumbs down celebration that they've been doing during games. Baez basically said they were tired of getting booed, so they were going to boo the fans in a way by whenever something good happened, they would celebrate by giving a thumbs down. Alderson said the gesture was unacceptable and that he's going to talk to the team, and it was completely inappropriate and all that stuff. So the Mets can't just die peacefully. They have to keep making headlines for the wrong reasons, even on days that they win. So that's always great. On to our plays of the week. Starting us off, the Mariners come back in the 9th against the A's. Ty France launches a game-tying home run to tie it at 3, and then Jake Bauers lines a go-ahead 2-run single to left field, gives the Mariners a 5-3 lead. They would come back to win that game there. AJ Pollock robs Manny Machado of a 2-run home run with a leaping catch at the wall in left field here. This is a huge play in this game. Pollock goes up and over and robs Machado of a home run. Francisco Mejia crushes a go-ahead 3-run home run off of Zach Wheeler in the 9th inning to make it 7-4 Rays. Zach Wheeler was still pitching in the 9th inning here with 2 runners on and gives up the 3-run home runs. He gives up 7 runs in those 9 innings that he pitched. Miguel Sano hits the longest home run of the year so far, a 490-foot shot to dead center field in Minnesota. This was an absolute bomb. So the longest home run of the year so far goes to Miguel Sano. Avisail Garcia robs Max Schrock of a home run in right field as he leaps up and over the wall. Got some robberies going on here. Robs Schrock of a home run with that leaping catch. Bradley Zimmer launches another mammoth home run, this time 465 feet to right field. Ends up in the second deck in Cleveland. Absolute monster shot. So Zimmer hitting some long home runs these past couple weeks. Trent Grisham robs AJ Pollock of a home run. So Pollock robbed a homer, and now he gets robbed by Grisham by this leaping catch in center field. Dodgers-Padres series, always exciting. Lots of home run robberies this week as Grisham's the latest one to do that. And then we have Andrew Benintendi doing the same thing this time to Jared Kelenic with the robbing him of the opposite field home run with this catch in left field as he goes up and over the backhand catch there to rob Kelenic. White Sox put up 8 runs in the 3rd inning against the Cubs. They were coming back after trailing 6-0 in the 1st inning. So a huge comeback from the White Sox there. They went down 6-0 in the 1st inning. They come back and scored 8 in the 3rd to take the lead, and then would go on to win that game. Giancarlo Stanton hits a 472-foot home run to dead center field in Oakland. This ball was absolutely crushed. It almost looks like it went further than what the measurement says, but this ball was A long home run off the bat of Stanton. JD Martinez to go-ahead 3-run home run in the 10th inning to break a 2-2 tie against Cleveland, putting the Red Sox up 5-2. They would go on to win that game. Huge extra inning home run from JD Martinez. And finally, Yoshi Tsutsugo of the Pirates. It's a walk-off 3-run home run into the river in Pittsburgh for the Pirates to win it 4-3 over the Cardinals. So that's a huge blow to the Cardinals season. Walk-off 3-run home run. They come from behind and win that one 4-3. Now on to our games of the week. Starting us off, we have the Rangers and the Red Sox in Boston. Bottom of the 6th, Hunter Renfroe with the solo home run to make it 3-1 Red Sox. We're going to jump to the 9th inning now. Matt Barnes on for the save, but Andy Ibanez with the ground rule double here on this fly ball brings home 2 runs to the game-tying runs. Makes it 3-3 here in the 9th. And then with the bases loaded, Garrett Whitlock on. He gets the strikeout to end the 9th inning, sends it to extra innings. And then in the 10th, Nate Lowe with the RBI single brings in the go-ahead run. So the Rangers now have the lead at 4-3. But don't worry, in the 10th, Rafi Devers with the game-tying double here. It almost looks like he hit it out. It almost got it into right center here. And then that brings home the game-tying run, makes it 4-4. And then with the bases loaded, Travis Shaw in the 11th with the walk-off grand slam here to right field. Wins it for the Red Sox as they take this one by a final of 8-4. All right, next up we have crazy game between the Cubs and the Rockies. Game 2 of a doubleheader here. We're going to jump to the 4th inning here. Bases are loaded for the Rockies. They're down 3. Connor Joe with the grand slam. So that puts the Rockies up. They now lead at 6-5, just like that. And then in the 6th, Rio Ruiz would double to bring in another run. So it makes it 7-5. Brendan Rodgers would bring in another run with a base hit. Makes it 8-5. Rockies with a 3-run lead. Heading into the bottom of the 7th. Remember, this is the final inning because it's a doubleheader game. Ian Happ with the game-tying 3-run home run with 2 runners on. Makes it 8-8. He's tied it in the final inning here. So we're going to extras. Dom Nunez would single to bring in the go-ahead run for the Rockies. They take the lead again at 9-8. But in the bottom of the inning on a ground ball to short, Story's trying to get the runner at first. He throws it away, so that brings home Wisdom and ties it up again 9-9 in the bottom of the 8th. We're going to jump to the 10th inning now. Rockies, Ryan McMahon up with the go-ahead 2-run home run. Brings in Diaz, so that gives the Rockies a 2-run lead. They would bring home a couple more, and then Chichi Gonzalez on for the save. Gets the strikeouts. The Rockies take this one by a final of 13-10 in 10 innings in a 7-inning doubleheader game. All right, well, speaking of long games, we have this one between the Dodgers and the Padres. Bottom of the 2nd, Will Myers would bring in the first run with an RBI single, makes it 1-1. It would stay, or 1-0. It would stay that way until the 8th inning. Blake Snell still on its longest outing of the year. Will Smith with the home run to tie it at 1. So the Dodgers have come back to tie this one up. In the 9th, Kenley Jansen strikes out Nola here to end the 9th inning. Sends this one to extras, of course, because it wouldn't be a Dodgers-Padres game without extra innings. And this one will go on for a while. We're going to jump to the 15th inning. Nobody can score. We got pitchers pinch hitting. Nobody can bring home a run. But Billy McKinney here with the go-ahead single for the Dodgers brings in Taylor. So that makes it a 2-1 game. And then Trey Turner would bring in another run. Makes it 3-1 with the base hits. So the Dodgers have a 2-run lead now. They're heading into the bottom of the 15th inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. is up. Knebel tries to sneak this ball by him, but Tatis with the game-tying 2-run home run to right field in the bottom of the 15th inning. So we're heading to the 16th now. A.J. Pollock would return the favor, 2-run shots, gives the Dodgers the 5-3 lead. And then in the bottom half, Shane Green would seal this one. This was a crazy game. Nobody could bring home the runner that they got on second base. This one goes 16 innings, longest game of the year. The Dodgers take this one by a final of 5-3. All right, next we have a game between the Diamondbacks and the Phillies in Philadelphia. Top of the 6th, 2-0 Philly. Josh Rojas with the triple, so that would bring home Nick Ahmed gets the Diamondbacks on the board. It's now 2-1, and then Josh Van Meter would bring him in with the sacrifice fly. So a triple and a sacrifice fly ties this game up at 2. We're going to jump to the 7th inning now. JT Realmuto with runners on here with the go-ahead 2-run single brings in a pair, and that makes it 4-2 Phillies. Jumping to the 9th inning now. Kennedy on for the save. Christian Walker up, though. He hits the game-tying 2-run home run. So that brings in Smith, and the Diamondbacks have come back to tie it at 4 in the 9th inning, and then they will take the lead in the 10th on a Ketel Marte home run to center field, brings home another run, so that's it makes it a 6-4 game. The Diamondbacks come back to tie it, and then they take the lead. But in the bottom of the 10th, with a runner on, Brad Miller up, he hits the game-tying 2-run home run to right field, brings home Real Muto, and the Phillies have come back to tie it at 6 in the 10th inning. And then in the 11th, with 2 runners on, Gene Segura with the base hit to right field brings in Torres from second, and the Phillies walk off to win this one by a final of 7-6. And finally, we have a game between the Red Sox and Cleveland in Cleveland. We're going to jump to the 6th inning. It's 4-0 Red Sox. Jose Ramirez would get the Indians on the board with a home run here, makes it a 4-1 game. And then with 2 runners on, Wilson Ramos with the 2-run single brings in a pair, so that makes it a 1-run game just like that in the 6th inning. But Devers would come up in the 7th, give the Red Sox some insurance with his 2nd home run of the day. Solo shot makes it a 5-3 Red Sox lead. In the bottom half, though, Jose Ramirez, again, this time with the double, brings in Rosario, so the Indians are again within just 1 run. And then we're going to jump to the 8th inning, crazy inning here. Austin Hedges ties things up with a solo shot to left field, long home run, makes it 5-5. And then we have this really weird play. Yu Chang doubles down the left field line. So Mercado's on first, he's coming around, he's trying to score here. He gets held up at second by the second baseman, runs to the second baseman, almost runs into the pitcher, and they gun him down at home. He's called out, but then they call him safe because of the interference at second base and by the pitcher at third base who was covering there. So you can see as he's rounding second base, he runs into the second baseman, and then he almost runs into the pitcher because the pitcher's standing on third base, and then he gets thrown out, but they bring him home because of the interference call. So the Indians take the lead now. They have the lead. They would add on another, makes it 7-5, and then Emmanuel Clase would get Devers to end the game, and Cleveland hangs on with a comeback win here to win it 7-5 over the Red Sox. On to our performances of the week. Starting us off, Robbie Ray against the White Sox. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, just 1 run allowed, 14 strikeouts against the Chicago White Sox here. So great day for Robbie Ray. He's been striking out a ton of guys this year. Then we have Max Scherzer against the Padres. 7 2/3, 2 hits, no runs allowed, 10 strikeouts against a big division rival. They helps Dodgers get the sweep there in that series. So big start for Max Scherzer. Then we have Yasmani Grandal for the White Sox. In his return, he goes 4 for 6 with a double, 2 home runs, and 8 runs batted in his return from the injured list. And those are big hits in this game. The White Sox come back to win that one. And then finally, we have Joe Musgrove for the Padres. 9 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs allowed, 9 strikeouts. So he throws the shutout against the Angels. Big win, big performance for the Padres in a time where they need it. Next up, we have the standings watch. Getting to the division races, the Rays lead the AL East by 6 games over the Yankees. The White Sox lead the Central by 10 games still, so that's not a race. The Astros lead the West by 5.5 over the A's. So the division's pretty much at right now, they're all pretty much locked up unless we see some movement here in the next couple weeks. But the wild card, the Yankees and the Red Sox hold a wild card spot in the American League. The A's are 2.5 back, and the Mariners are just 4.5 back. So we'll have to see, keep an eye on that. The Braves lead the NL East by 4.5 games over the Phillies. The Brewers lead the Central by 8.5 games, and the Giants lead the West by 2.5 games over the Dodgers. So those races kind of finished up except for the West. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. For the wild card, the Dodgers and the Reds hold the wild card spot. The Padres are 1.5 back, the Cardinals are 3.5, and the Phillies are 4 back. So keep an eye on that second wild card spot, see if the Reds can hold on here, holding off those other teams. Players of the week, Dylan Cease, 13 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed, 18 strikeouts, and a 1.38 ERA. So he had a great couple starts here. And then Nathan Eovaldi, 12 1/3 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed, 14 strikeouts, and a 1.46 ERA. So those guys getting it done on the mound. And then at the plate, Salvador Perez, he hit .357 this week with 6 home runs and 14 runs batted in. He had a home run in 5 straight games, and he had back-to-back games with a grand slam. So he had a monster week at the plate. And then Josh Donaldson for the Twins hit .429 with 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 4 walks, and a 1.491 OPS. On the National League side, Antonio Sensatella had 13 innings pitched, just 1 run allowed, 11 strikeouts for a 0.69 ERA. And then Joe Musgrove throws a shutout against the Angels, 9 innings pitched, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts for him. On the offensive side, we have Patrick Wisdom, who hit 286 with 5 home runs, 10 runs batted in, and a 1400 OPS. And then Tommy Edman for the Cardinals hit 462 with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in, 2 stolen bases, and a 1.29 OPS for him. On to the rookie watch, we got Adolis Garcia, who had a great week. He's hitting 253 on the year with 29 home runs, 77 runs batted in, and a 790 OPS. And then for the Red Sox, Garrett Whitlock out of the bullpen in 38 games. He's got a 1.57 ERA. In 63 innings pitched, he's got 71 strikeouts. So Garrett Whitlock for the Red Sox getting it done. He's another runner for that Rookie of the Year award. What to watch for: the Brewers and the Giants play 4 in San Francisco starting today. It's the battle of 2 of the best teams in the league. Then we have the Braves and the Dodgers playing 3 in Los Angeles starting today. So lots of big series in the West here for these West teams. And then those 2 top teams in the West will play later this week. The Dodgers and the Giants play 3 in San Francisco starting on Friday, the battle for the NL West. And finally, we have Corey Kluber returning to the mound today, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. It's his first start since like May, so Corey Kluber back on the mound for the Yankees. And on the highlight reel, we have Rafael Ortega hitting a walk-off home run to walk off the Rockies as the Cubs win it 6-4 here. Walk-off home run for him. Lars Nootbaar walks it off for the Cardinals with a single to right, walking off the Tigers. They come back to win that game. Kyle Schwarber in this game launches a game-tying home run in the 9th inning to tie the game for the Red Sox, but Josh Donaldson in extras in the 10th would hit the go-ahead 2-run home run to give the Twins the lead, and they would go on to win that game. Jorge Alfaro walks off the Nationals with a base hit to center field in the 10th inning, wins it for the Marlins in this one. Chris Sale throws an immaculate inning against Minnesota, striking out the side on 9 pitches, so Chris Sale is back. Aaron Judge lines a go-ahead single to put the Yankees up 7-6 in the 9th inning in a win against the A's. This game was tied for a while, and the A's giving up the go-ahead run here to Aaron Judge in the 9th inning as the Yankees hang on to win that one. Kevin Kiermaier makes a great leaping catch in center field to rob Ryan Mountcastle of a potential home run. You see him going back, timing his leap, and he goes up to rob Mountcastle of a hit there. Victor Reyes hits a go-ahead inside the park home run in the 8th inning on this ball hit to center field, gets past the dive of the center field, ball goes all the way to the wall, and then Reyes getting around, he comes in to score the go-ahead run on this ball hit inside the park, go-ahead home run here in the 8th. Edward Olivares hits a go-ahead home run in the 12th inning to give the Royals a 8-6 lead over the Mariners here, so big extra innings hit. Home run for Olivares. Corey Dickerson flares a go-ahead single to left field to bring in Vlad Jr. for a 3-2 Jays lead. Vlad's coming around, and he makes it with this great slide at the plate, brings in the go-ahead run to give the Jays the lead. And finally, Cody Bellinger makes a great leaping catch in center field on this ball hit over his head. It looks like he's got no chance, looks like it's beat him, but at the last second leaps up, makes the great catch to hang on to that one. That's gonna do it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, we are finishing up with August just about, and then we will get into September where things get really exciting, and then onto that we are onto the postseason, so it's getting closer and closer, about a month away, so stay tuned to baseball. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I caught you guys up, and I will see you guys next Monday.